Okay. Who's starting?
I have the Daily Guide here. Presidential jets grounded in France. That's the latest from the Daily Guide. Details, page 3 of the Daily Guide newspaper. UTAG threatens strike over Galamsey. They are of the opinion that government is not fighting the menace as it should. 962 small-scale mining licenses are revoked. They are the risk revocation, actually, so they have not been revoked yet, but that is the indication from the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa. Ghanaians to pay $250 extra for US visa, and 37-year-old nurse found dead. So these are some of the stories on the Daily Guide.
Now, that US visa thing, I don't understand. What integrity fee?
Yes.
$250 more as integrity fee. I see. Well, we'll interrogate that.
If you want to go to America, you have to pay $250 more.
How?
As integrity fee.
How?
And they say that if you are granted the visa, your money is not going to be refunded, right? If you are not granted the visa, your money is refunded. Is that not so?
I just don't understand. I mean, anyway, I have my own views about this, but why? They're making it difficult. It means they don't want you to come, isn't it?
Yeah. If you're a businessman and you don't have any pressing business to do physically, just have virtual meetings. All right, have virtual meetings, send emails, and let it go. If you're a student and you want to study abroad, look for other alternatives. And our institutions also have great courses you can study here. There are a lot of things we can do here. It's up to us to look inward and build the structures we want. And some of these, for example, for healthcare, if we paid attention to our healthcare infrastructure and paid attention to the people within the system, we do not have to travel abroad for healthcare and have to contend with all these visa issues. So it's all about us building our country.
You see, part of our problem is that when we talk about even tourism in Ghana, the only thing that comes to mind
is Kakum and
Kakum and the castles and the forts.
Mausoleum.
And then today we've added hotels.
Now there is agro-tourism.
But we've forgotten that there's health tourism.
Yep.
There's educational tourism. So, for instance, we see British institutions coming to Ghana every year, and they're always on the Super Morning Show advertising
for students.
Because you see, when you go there, and when we went to Cardiff University in 2007, the fees at the time was 9,800. That's the tuition fee, £9,800. The British citizens were paying about 3,000. So they were using our funds to cushion their citizens. And in our class, we had 31 Chinese nationals. 31. The class of 87, 31 were Chinese, 9 were Indians. I think 6 were British. Six. Just 6 of them were British. So what am I saying? We can actually, develop our institutions and get other African nationals to come to Ghana to study. So in that case, our universities must begin to look at how to improve their rankings on all the ranking bodies.
Yeah.
Okay, because the South African universities are doing that. So they tell you, this is that. Today, they're actually also coming around sometimes. Because, at the core, they're focused on attracting more people because you will pay more money.
Yeah.
And when you come there you will spend.
Yeah.
It helps the economy. These are things we should be looking at.
Yeah.
And when it comes to health, look at the University of Ghana Medical Center. Fantastic place. If you go there, you would ask yourself, is this in Ghana?
Look at Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Konfanochi Teaching Hospital.
Refurbish all
even
these
though they don't have cat labs at Konfanochi Teaching Hospital.
Refurbish them, and make them fit for purpose.
Okay.
And attract other nationals in there.
The Afari hospital we are building,
pay the doctors well,
not completed.
Pay the doctors well, pay the nurses well, pay the pharmacists well. Let them stay there.
Yeah,
that's how you go about it.
And talking about pharmacists, our health sector still lacks the appropriate number of pharmacists for it to function. So as we talk about these things, that's also one of the things that we need to talk about. Yesterday when you were talking to Kwame,
Yeah.
One of the things I was thinking is, if people are not taking their medication, it's not also just because people are not taking their medication. We don't have enough qualified pharmacists dispensing these and helping people understand why they need to take their medication. So it's one of the things that we need to look as we need to look at as a country. Now, if you go to the Daily Graphic, chiefs can't renegotiate sold lands. This is according to Justice was 82. He says that the change of a chief as a result of death, abdication, or dismemberment does not affect the status of land sale transactions existing within the jurisdiction before a new chief ascends the throne. So if Winston sells land as a chief in Mpoho to Blizzard and he dies and I become the chief, it doesn't affect the status.
He's done.
Yeah. So that's what he's saying. There are details on page 3 of the Daily Graphic. You may want to check that out. Ablekuma North violence. Police reviewing viral videos to identify culprits. 37,000 candidates write licensure exams. And GT Bank Autism Workshop. GHS steps up autism support. Finalizes community-based plan. This is according to the Director General. This is a very, very important story. Autism is something we've not paid enough attention to in the country. We know Mr. Brown. He has set up an autism center in Assisi, so supporting families and children in that particular space. And as a nation, we need to really pay attention to autism, provide all the support we can so that we don't leave anyone behind.
Sure.
The National Enquirer is going heavy on Galamsey this morning, but it starts with a warning. Defense Minister to violent chieftaincy agitators. Then you have 12,000 forces to be recruited. That's according to the Defense Minister, who had his stand at the Government Accountability Series. A lot more he's been saying on what will be done to people who have not met the eligibility criteria, yet have been process for training as military officers. Then arrest anyone obstructing anti-Galamsey operations. That's according to the Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak to security agencies. Then related to Galamsey is the issue about 962 small-scale mining licenses that are likely to be revoked as the Lands Minister's 2-week ultimatum ends on August 4. Then NIB bounces back, records 74.38 million profit in half year of 2025. Some good news there for many who have been writing off the bank and saying that, well, we're putting in too much taxpayers' money. It looks like now they are trying to pick up and to do something right at least.
Now, if you go to the Daybreak, by the Champon commands 37.8% support among NPP delegates. It's an interesting story on the front page of the Daybreak. Now, it says this latest poll confirms earlier momentum seen in a survey released 2 weeks ago by Future Governance Analytics Project, which found Dr. Champon's popularity surging from 12% in April to 28.1% in June. Now, if you're still on the front page of the Daybreak, Winston, why?
No,
you don't believe in service anymore.
No, I do. I do. I mean, the essence of the survey, sometimes when we do these things,
every group has their own survey.
Yes, and that's what the challenge is, that every group is being conducting its survey, and they all come with different results. So whom do we believe?
Soga and Sons Analytics.
But it's a good exercise. It just shows how almost every candidate is interested in at least using a scientific basis for their exercise. But the only challenge here is the people carrying out the exercise for them are quite biased in that field.
Sampling, or they engage in snowball sampling.
Exactly what I'm saying, because obviously if I am carrying out a research by myself and for my campaign, there is some inherent bias that will obviously show up, because yes, I wouldn't go to people who would give me the other opinion.
Have you seen any survey for Engineer Kwabena Japan?
I think he's now lacing his boots because
the man that has opened his office already.
Yeah, he says he'll be making a grand announcement, and then he would lay out his plans. So we just wait for him. But his office is really beautiful.
As a person,
if you're using the ring road,
I would say that I want an engineer to be president of Ghana.
Why not?
Yes, we've had lawyers, right? Lawyer Akufo,
Atamils,
Lawyer Mills, Lawyer Akufo-Addo, communicator Mahama. Nkrumah was a lawyer too?
No, Nkrumah was not a lawyer.
An academic.
But Liman?
Yeah. Liman was a doctor with, I think he was in a foreign affairs, this thing.
And who else?
We've had Buzia, who's a lecturer too.
Leave out the military people.
Yes.
Because they are soldiers. We need an engineer.
Okay.
But there are, if you go to the Institute of Engineering, I'm sure you have over 1,000 plus.
Yes, an engineer. Kabneje Japan was chief executive of the Institute.
So I'm saying if
Engineering
it's not him, then one day it could be someone else.
PV Obing.
PV,
Prime Minister.
But he wasn't president.
Prime Minister.
We are talking about president.
Prime Minister. Prime Minister. PV Obing, the Prime Minister. You know, I mean, in the past, a lot of people felt that many of the things that Jerry John Rawlings did came from PV Obing.
Yeah.
Yes, the chairman of the National Development Planning Commission.
Yes.
One time. The one who chaired the Senchi consensus.
Yes.
Oh, we've had one.
Anyway, more stories from the Daybreak. Missing weapons. National Security owns guns, not Ghana Armed Forces. There's a photo of the Defense Minister, Dr. Omane Boama, but he's gone on Facebook to clarify that he said ammunitions. So the ammunitions are different from guns. So he said ammunitions have been moved from Ghana Armed Forces to National Security, and they are investigating that. Now, more from the Daybreak. Gold board to roll out traceability system in 2026. FBI completes counter-terrorism training for NIB. And GPHA, marketing managers murder. AG frees accused persons.
So, citynewsroom.com this morning. Before we then, let's get to myjoyonline.com.
Yes, let's start with myjoyonline.com this morning. And there's a photo of the former majority leader in Parliament, Osei Chairman Bonsu. He says the NPP is not just looking for a flag bearer, they want a presidential candidate. It's on the front page of My Joy Online. NPP will not release 2024 election report. This is Kojo Ponkroma speaking. Tamale drug leader fined 1.68 million cedis, faces 25 years in jail over tramadol bust. You know, tramadol is still in the news. Now, there's more. Guta threatens mass protest against foreign intrusion in the retail sector. This story keeps coming up every 3 years.
Yeah.
Let me give you a bit of that story before we move on. Now, the story says the Ghana Union of Traders Association has issued a warning of nationwide demonstrations should the government fail to take decisive action against the increasing infiltration of foreigners into the domestic retail sector. The association argues that retail trading is explicitly reserved for Ghanaian citizens under national law and laments the growing disregard for this provision. So that's on the front page of My Joy Online. Now, I'm
interested in the political chess masters.
Yes. There's this very interesting story. Political chess masters, 11 multi-party Ghanaian families playing all sides. This story is by David Apinga. Very interesting read. And basically, he's looking at families, relatives who are on different sides of the political divide and running things. So the first is the Abanga twins. The Al-Hassan Yakubu Abanga of NDC and Fusaini Yakubu Abanga. They're identical twins. They share the same space in the same womb. They were born on the same day. They were brought up by the same parents, but they find themselves on opposite sides of the political spectrum. And because they're identical, sometimes people mistake Fusaini for the other one, Yakubu. So Fusaini now calls himself Abanga NPP. And Al-Hassan is the vice chairman of the NDC. Fusaini tried to run for position in the NPP. He didn't win.
And he lost.
Now there's
MP.
Yes.
He lost.
They are the Kamara brothers, Boniface and Baba Kamara. Alhaji Boniface Siddiq, a veteran of the governing NPP. He's been minister before, right?
Yes.
And there's Baba Kamara, who has been national security and ambassador in the NDC.
Yes.
It's also being highlighted here. And there's also the Jinapo brothers. Now, so they are the children of the paramount chief of the Buipe traditional area. And there's John Jinapo, who is currently the MP for Yape Kusol and serves as the Minister of Energy and Green Transition. And his brother, younger brother, Samuel Jinapo, is the current MP for Damongo, a seat he snatched from John's friend Adam Mutawakilu.
I'm interested in the Mahama, Otiku, and Joyce Bauer triangle.
There is also Mahama, Otiku, and Joyce. President John Mahama, current president of the party. His cousin Joyce Bauer Mokhtari, who is a special aide to the president, and his cousin sister Otiku Jaba, who is a big woman in the NPP. She was a minister, right?
Yes, minister.
And she was also an exec at a point, right?
Yes, she was a women's organizer.
Yes, so they are related.
No, they are.
Yes.
I think I'm told that Otiku and
Joyce are sisters.
Are sisters. They have the same mother.
Okay.
But Otiku, I think, has a different father.
I see.
Yes, so Otiku's father is Henry Jaba.
Okay.
From Sumanya.
Okay.
Yes.
And Joyce is from the north.
Yes.
Okay.
Henry Jaba was he ran out of this country during the revolution period.
Yes.
I think he left with Otiku at some point, and so Otiku is NPP, Joyce
and then
is NDC.
They are the Ramadans.
Yes.
Samira.
That one is PNC, NPP, NDC.
So Samira is the wife of Baumia,
yes,
who was a vice president and later a presidential candidate for the MPP. And Abu is the MP for what do you call it?
That's Adamu is MP for
Adamu is MP for Adenta.
Yes.
And Adamu beat Akosia.
Yes. Of the
Akosia Menu, who worked actively in Baumia's campaign.
Yes.
With Adamu's sister Samira. And then there's also Abu Ramadan, who was NADMO Director General. So NDC, NPP, PNC, and they are all from the same father. Right. And then there's Vice President Baumia and his father. David Apinga writes about Baumia's father's political journey of moving from he cross carpets to the CPP in 1958, but he is one of the key people who formed the Northern People's Party and later the United Party, which also joined the NPP, right?
Yes.
But later he cross carpets to the CPP.
Yeah, so the Northern People's Party and all other parties became the UP. And it's from this party that eventually the PP was from, because after the coup, then PP comes in.
Yes.
But before then, he was with the UP, with the NPP, which became part of the UP. The UP was the NLM, what party, the Togoland Congress, all these parties coming together to form one party. Then he crossed carpet to the CPP.
Yeah, but what is Apinga trying to tell us with this story?
I don't know.
Because there is the Ayarigas as well.
Oh yes,
Hassan Ayariga.
Yes,
presidential candidate for PNC. Now he has his own party, APC, and then he has his younger brothers. There is the current MP for Boko Central, who is the majority leader, and his younger brother, Osman Ayariga, who is National Youth Authority or something.
Yes.
And he's an architect and a lawyer at the same time.
Yes.
Yes. They are both in the NDC. Their brother is
in the PNC.
No, APC.
He used to be at PNC.
Yes,
now he
yes.
moved to APC.
And Bugri Nabu and his brother are also featured in this particular story. Daniel Bugri Nabu and Joseph Nabu. They are also NPP, NDC respectively.
Yeah.
Both of them heavyweights wherever they find themselves. And there is Yao Osafomafo and Dr. Ike Ejemafo. Osafomafo, we all know him as NPP. He became Minister of Education, Minister of Finance, Special Advisor. He's held a lot of positions in the NPP. And his brother, Dr. Ike Ejemafo, who is also a big political figure on the other side. So, and then there is the Kojo Yanka and Professor Kusi Yanka example as well. Kojo Yanka, former member of parliament for Aguna East for the NDC, and then Professor Kusi Yanka, who became he was a minister under Kufado, right?
Yeah, Minister of State,
yes.
Tertiary Education.
Yes, so it's a very, very interesting story.
Then Peter
and for the
Ajete
very
and
old folks, you should know about Peter Ajete and Larry Ajete. It's also featured on my Joy Online. You may want to read. I think.
But Kojo, we're going for the BBC News.
Yes.
But I want to find out from our listeners, why do they think that you have brothers belonging to two political parties? Here, NPP, NDC. What can what's influencing that? I want them to just share that with us. Based on this article.
Is this strategic continuation of family affairs?